Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to episode 75 of Extreme Evocast, an all-purpose Pokemon podcast where we talk about news, trivia, and everything related to Pokemon. I am your wonderfully bodacious host, Lillieceon, and welcome to, technically, I suppose, I'm going to say this every time, but it's episode 75, even though every 25 episodes is the 1 year anniversary, technically. It's actually the next one that I'm going to be considering the anniversary. And wouldn't you know it, the anniversary of the 3-year anniversary, will be the episode where I start talking about Legends Arceus for the first time, which is really, really exciting. I haven't, it's so weird. It's so strange to think that I've been doing this for 3 years, almost on the dot. A couple weeks from now will be it'll be the 3-year anniversary. We're doing it for 3 years, and again, I have to say this. Thank you for your everlasting support on this podcast. I do this for fun. I do this because I like to. Anyway, so yeah, I guess that sort of brings me to what the game plan is for Legends Arceus. Now that we sort of know, now that I said this last time, I think, but looking at it retrospectively, the way that I think it's going to go is I'm going to be doing this episode. We're going to be covering just a couple small things, getting ready for the release of Legends Arceus, and then after that, the next episode, it'll be like a week after Legends Arceus comes out, and I doubt I'm going to have enough time to play the entire game in that time. It's going to be another BDSP situation. So what I'm planning on doing, I'm not going to do two, I probably won't do a double episode like BDSP. If time demands it, I will, but I don't want to. What I plan on doing is just doing a sort of first impressions as the anniversary episode. It'll be a little bit of a two-parter episode because I guarantee you that my wholehearted review and discussion about Legends Arceus is going to sort of leak into that next one. It's going to be a two-parter, sort of like BDSP, where part 1 will be like I've been playing the game for a little while, and then part 2 will be my final thoughts with having played the game for 3 weeks now, which I hope should be enough time to fully grasp the game, which it's not, the game isn't coming out in finals time like BDSP did. It's not going to be in a stressful time. I just started classes, yes, but they're easy. I haven't been struggling too much. In fact, my workload is a lot less this semester, so Evocast should be able to get a little bit of a bump up in time to do it. Just because last semester in college was horrible. It was very, very hard for me, and I barely had enough time, and I think that the quality of Evocast sort of reflected that. But this semester, as far as I can tell, seems to be on the lighter side, which is what I was hoping. It's my last semester. I'm graduating next semester. I'm graduating this semester, so, things should be slowing down is what I'm hoping. And before I continue about Legends Arceus, I do want to say that if you are a fan of my content, I have this sort of on the mind at the moment. I don't usually like to promote myself all that too much on this podcast, but it's been on the mind. I plan on doing streams more once I graduate from college. I get my own place, everything like that. Once I get everything worked out, I plan on going on the grind, trying to make a name for myself in terms of content creation, YouTube, Twitch, whatever that it may be. Getting back into streaming. Unfortunately, it really, really pains me. I wish that I could stream Legends Arceus. I do, but I do not have the time nor the energy to do so. It's been a long thought process about what I want to do about streaming, and I made the decision a couple months ago to just wait until I was done with college. And Evocast was sort of my replacement for that. Just sort of like, okay, I have to continue doing Evocast. And so, I wanted to substitute Evocast for that, just sort of slow down, focus on school. And, I say this only because I do a lot of Pokemon content on my streams. That's like the whole thing. I do a lot of Pokemon on my streams. And so if you like this podcast and you are interested in seeing my content, my YouTube channel, Lillieceon, my streams, Lillieceon, if you are listening to this episode and it is like a couple months in the future, I'm probably streaming or making YouTube content. So, if you want to catch some Pokemon content there, I might even be playing Legends Arceus for long enough. It might be an expansive enough game to allow for me to continue making Legends Arceus content even that late in the future. So that's just sort of a life update from me. Let's get into the Pokemon content. Speaking of Legends Arceus, I want to talk about I know it's coming out in like 9 days, which I will say is insane. It really doesn't feel like it. There are leaks. So if you're listening to this of the day of, just know, be careful. There are leaks. I see them all over Twitter. I see them all over YouTube. I see them all over Discord and like random servers I'm in. They're all over the place. Pokemon have been leaked. I unfortunately have seen them all. And just be careful. If you haven't seen them yet, please, and you really don't want to be spoiled, just sort of maybe stay away from like the Pokemon content for a while. I will not be talking about them in this episode. I promise. I'm not going to be talking about the leaks. I'm not going to be talking about any of the designs or anything like that have been leaked. I'm like 99% sure they're legit, but that, we don't know for sure until the game comes out, I suppose. But with that, I do want to talk more about Legends Arceus because there were a couple things. First of all, there was a Hisui 360 view, which is just sort of like a little YouTube video where you can watch a trainer go through the Hisui region on different mounts in like a VR 360 situation. And it's cool. It's cool. It's that's all I have to say. It's it's not anything we necessarily have seen before. I don't think that there's like a first person mode in the game. I don't think this is going to be something that is actually like appearing. I don't know. We could have if we could have a first person mode in this game, that would be insane. But I don't think that there's a first person mode. So, this is just for fun. This is just like hey, look at the terrain, look at the mounts. The biggest thing I can say about it is like the transitions between the mounts are really, really cool. You can just go from riding Stantler to flying with Braviary to in the water with Basculegion. And it's like, oh my God, it's cool. The terrain is nothing necessarily new. We've seen most of this terrain before. We got through some like snowy mountains, a river. It all is a little bit samey. There's not very many features right now that we can see. But it's a cool little introduction look into the world in a different way. As well as, before we get into like any of the news or anything like that, we're going to be talking about the Legends Arceus gameplay preview, which was a 13-minute sort of like almost like a Nintendo Direct style like showcase of some things, some different things, like a Pokemon Presents just like showcase of a bunch of features that we might have already seen or maybe some new ones, and just like showing us gameplay mechanics and like actually showing them in action, which is cool. First up, the narrator shows us some things that we already know. The noble Pokemon, the fact that Pokemon are angry at you sometimes and they fight the trainer. Things like the Jubilife Village, everything like that. They mostly just sort of go over new things instead of old things and expand on them instead of showing us completely new things. Like, for example, we know now that you can black out from getting attacked by Pokemon. I almost said killed. A little bit little bit on the gruesome side. But we know now that, like, you know, when you get attacked by Pokemon and your health goes down low, you can black out. And you lose some items that you had on you at the time. So there is a penalty. You know, it's not like you just go back to the Pokemon Center, you lose some money. You lose, like, items. You lose, like, things that you've sort of, you know, acquired on your journey thus far, which I assume means, like, you sort of go out on expeditions collecting things, and then, like, if you get blacked out, like, if you black out in that expedition, you lose some stuff. But if you, like, once you complete a mission, maybe those items that you acquire aren't gone completely, because, like, that would really suck if you just, like, go out and do a bunch of grinding and then you die one time and lose, like, 10% of your items, you know, like, whatever, however many that may be. I don't know what the number is, but, like, that would suck. I'm hoping that it's just, like, new stuff instead of everything. You know, the pool of items that you can lose aren't just, like, from your entire pack, because, like, if it's random, then that would suck. We saw some more footage of the mounts. We saw some new areas. An area was named, like, the Obsidian Fieldlands, and, you know, didn't really go in depth, just, like, fields of where Pokemon can be found. You know, we saw some footage of catching Pokemon, the fact that you can, like, throw berries at Pokemon to catch them easier. Things we already kind of knew, but, like, we actually saw them in action. There are ores that you can mine, and, like, your Pokemon can help you mine. They can help you, like, knock things out of trees. They can help you, you know, break things. It's cool. It's sort of like HMs, I suppose, but it's more intuitive than that, where you just sort of, like, throw your Pokemon at excuse me. You throw your Pokemon at, like, an ore vein, and your Pokemon will break it. I hope that it's a little bit more in depth than just, like, you throw any Pokemon can do anything. I hope that there's some restrictions. I hope that it's a little bit more intuitive than that. You know, I hope that certain Pokemon can do certain things better, or certain Pokemon can, like, actually do certain things. Other features, like alpha Pokemon that are stronger, bigger versions of other Pokemon that you need, like, you know, they remind me of the Pokemon that are level capped in the wild area, where, like, they're bigger, they're stronger, you know, but you can catch them. Unlike the wild area Pokemon, you just have to be really good at the game. You know, you have to have the right Pokemon. They're going to be a lot more dangerous, which is cool. I like that there's a lot more danger in the game. I'm not going to go over everything. It's, you know, it's getting to the point where the game is about to come out, and there's so many things that I could talk about, speculate about, but it's coming in a week, less than a week, or a little more than a week, and, like, that is insane to me. In fact, it's coming out on a Friday, I suppose, and that is so exciting. So yeah, I mean, go watch the gameplay preview if you want to see everything. I'm sure there are other people on YouTube or whatever who are, you know, going super in depth on every single little small detail. But the game's almost out. You know, we're gonna get it in like a little more than a week. I'm excited to see all these new features. The game looks good. I think that the cell shading style is going to get a little bit. It's going to take a little bit getting used to. This is a little bit more negative than I usually am, but, like, it looks a little bit unfinished in my opinion. It doesn't look bad, and I'm sure that it will take some getting used to. Pokemon art styles always take some getting used to. But I think the game looks beautiful. I'm super excited for the gameplay. It looks wonderful. I say this like every time I talk about the game, but you know what I mean. I'm excited. You know, nothing excites me more than a new Pokemon game, especially an opportunity to just talk about it as much as I want. But I'm just sort of going to leave the new stuff for the release because, oh boy, I'm sure I will have so much to talk about next episode and the episode after that. So let's get a move on here. Tetris 99. You remember that game? Do people still play that game? I'm sure it's a really popular game. Tetris 99 is getting a Legends Arceus Cup, like a promotional thing. It runs from January 21st to January 25th. And it has like the theme of Legends Arceus, and it has a background, and it has sound effects from the game, sort of, old Japanese sounds, the best way I can describe them. It's cool. It's, I was honestly very surprised to see this game still having updates. I didn't know that this game was still like a thing. If I'm being completely honest with you, it has some Hisuian Voltorb explosion effects. It's just like it's just filled with Pokemon stuff. Legends Arceus stuff. The background is cool. It's interesting. Good to know that this game is still getting updates, and good to know that it is getting Pokemon themed updates. All right, enough about Legends Arceus. The game is coming out so soon. I'm so excited. But we have some other things to say. First of all, in the realm of Pokemon Go, the Spiel Community Day just happened. It was this weekend, the weekend before this episode comes out. Again, I didn't get to participate, but I hope that everyone did had an opportunity to get shiny Spiel. Spiel was a weird one, as I talked about last time. Literally though, there's like nothing else. The only other thing I can think of for Pokemon Go is an update that's coming out today, which is the Power Plant event. It's just like electric type Pokemon. Pokemon Go is in a little bit of a down low right now. Not that it's like bad, but it's nothing is really happening. Like Team Go Rocket is happening. More stuff, more electric type Pokemon. It's just like electric type Pokemon are coming. Pokemon Go, who cares right now? Legends Arceus is coming out. Who cares about literally any of these other games? And I think that Pokemon knows that, because there's like one thing maybe per game right now. So let's just sort of speed through it. Masters EX is getting a rerun of Team Skull Crash Course, which is an event that focuses around Guzma. It's also getting a rerun of the event Team Galactic Takedown, which is an event focused around Team Galactic. Do you see the flow chart here? I don't think it's new or anything. It's a battle event. Sorry. The Team Galactic Takedown Extreme Battle Event. It's a special event that features 2 strong battles against the Team Galactic Advent Saturn for some gem rewards. It's like there's nothing going on. No big events. Everything, all the New Year's stuff, all the holiday stuff just happened. Legends Arceus is just around the corner, and I'm sure that like literally everyone in Game Freak is preparing for that. You know how it is. Pokemon Unite. There's a new Pokemon. Actually, that's kind of like big news. Trevenant, which is like such a cool inclusion, I think. Literally never expected a Pokemon like Trevenant to be in Pokemon Unite. We have, like, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I love the inclusion of really popular picks and then just like random Pokemon that nobody even really remembers all that well, like Trevenant or Greedent. It's really refreshing, I think. I really, really like that they're adding such niche picks to Pokemon Unite. It's coming out tomorrow as of recording this episode. So probably the day that this episode comes out, Trevenant in Pokemon Unite will be out. It's a defender. That's all we know. But cool, really, really, really cool. Every single time a new Pokemon in this game comes out, it makes me want to play it. And that's how it's a fun game. Speaking of Pokemon Unite, it's time for the HoloWare speed round. If I had any, semblance of an idea of how to do it, I would put like an epic fanfare and like an echo effect over me yelling HoloWare speed round, because it's the absolute foundation of this podcast. But anyway, we little bit slower of a speed round this time around. We only have 3 new HoloWare, which it doesn't sound like a lot, but like even then, a game adding like 3 new skins every 2 weeks is crazy. Like, this is the least amount of HoloWare we've had in between episodes of Evocast. It's all under the same style. It's called concert style. And there's Pikachu, Snorlax, and Lucario. Snorlax is like the best skins in this game, I swear to God. He's got like a little hat on. He's got like a cape on with one of those like frilly neck things. I don't know how to explain it. It's such a snazzy little outfit. He rocks every single costume they put him in. Pikachu has, oh my God, this is like the first time I'm actually looking at these. Pikachu has glasses that look like music notes with like a black and white, like imagine Sia, you know Sia, the musical artist, and like how her hair is like half black, half white. Imagine if they took Sia's hair and put it on Pikachu as like a shirt. That's what it looks like. And he's rocking it. He's adorable. Finally, Lucario. This is like I said, I'm looking at these sort of blind. I haven't really looked. I look at them for a second just to see if they're new, and then I look away. Oh my God. They put Lucario in the snazziest shirt. They put him in the snazziest shirts. He's got, it's like a conductor's shirt. It's like a red gold trimmed jacket. He's so pretty. He's such a fancy little guy. That's it though. That's like the only thing. Snorlax I would say is definitely the best, but like, man, what a good collection of Holowear this time around. It's all in the same style again, which is fine. But like, man, every time I see all these skins, it just makes me want to spend money on Pokemon Unite, and I know that I shouldn't do that. Alright, moving on. Cafe Remix doesn't really have anything new. There's some new Pokemon. There's a Garchomp event running until January 25th where you can get Garchomp. Alongside this, a special pack is now available that would give you a special outfit for Chimchar in Underground Expedition gear. It's currently delayed on Nintendo Switch, but it's available on mobile. As well as it's shiny Rowlet. I didn't know there were shiny Pokemon in Cafe Remix. This is coming from Cerebi, of course. Most of my news comes from Cerebi. The next Pokemon Cafe Remix event has been announced. Starting on January 19th, which is today, there will be a special login bonus card which will give you a shiny Rowlet on day 5. I did not know that shiny Pokemon existed in Cafe Remix. That's fun. Is that a thing? Hold on. I guess so. I mean, I don't think that they do anything different. But, it's shiny Rowlet. I don't know enough about the game to know if this is like a huge deal or not, but it's cool. It's exciting. All right. So this episode is going to be not very long. Obviously, we're already through the news and it's only been 20 minutes. That's okay. It's episode before a big couple of episodes. So I'm okay with it being a little bit on the down low. Anyway, let's get into some merch. Let's look at some merch real quick before we get into the main topic of today. First up, we have a 2020 calendar. 2 2020 calendars, in fact. One of them is a desk calendar. It's like a day by day thing that shows like a bunch of Pokemon per day. It's cute. I actually almost considered buying it. I might actually buy it. We'll see. I wonder if I should do the tradition of buying things on Evocast. You know what? Oh, no, it's out of stock. Oh, no. Aw. Oh, well, that sucks. Hold on. Wait a minute. There's got to be something else. So this is coming from PokeJungle, by the way. They have like an affiliate link. Most of my merch comes from PokeJungle. But this one in particular is a sort of I'm not sponsored by PokeJungle. I'm just saying that they have an affiliate link with Amazon where you can get the day-to-day calendar, which is it's not in stock. I'm mad. I was actually going to buy it too. Dang it. Well, they also have a wall calendar, like an actual wall calendar that I'm not going to be buying because I don't need a wall calendar. But the day-to-day calendar was a little bit more my style. Showed a different Pokemon every single day of the year. But the wall calendar, has a different Pokemon per month. Has a little bit of a Pokédex entry for them on the bottom. A bunch of little details about them. It's cute. It's a little bit kidsy, but it's a Pokemon calendar. What do you expect? Man, I really wish that wall calendar or the day-to-day calendar was not sold out. Let me see it. Can I put it on like notifications to notify? Oh, I guess you can buy. Oh, I can still buy it. I can still buy it. I can just they'll send it to me when I get it. When they get it. You know what? I'm going to do it right now. Making purchases on Evocast. Not necessarily the sort of segment that I expected from me, not something I expected to be doing on a day-to-day basis, but it is something that I suppose is happening now. All right. I just bought it. Simple as that. I will I will update you when that comes in. On Evocast, not only can you expect the most Pokemon content of all time, but you can also expect me to make bad decisions and spend money. So if you're not like a frequent listener, what are you doing? Next up, I know that was the first one on the list, but I promise I'm not going to be buying every single one. If I did, I would be broke. Not that I don't want to. Next up is another thing from the Pokemon Center, which is there's a new figure, Pokemon Celebration Parade Uplifting Friendships figure. It has Bulbasaur, Piplup, and Cyndaquil just kind of hanging out, with some Pokemon balloons hanging off them, having a good time, as well as pants, like joggers. They have new clothes. They have shorts. They have tank tops, like Pikachu, Sylveon shorts, like these like insane blue and pink Pokemon tights. Pikachu Sylveon crew neck t-shirt. They're all women's clothes, unfortunately. Sorry, boys. Pokemon, they're for the ladies today. Oh no, they got some boy stuff. Never mind. They got Pikachu shirts. They got a lot of new, like, sportswear. Pokemon sportswear. Well, in the new year, if you're looking to lose some weight, I know I am. I'm not looking to lose my money, though, so I won't, unfortunately, be buying these. It's like I'm tempted, I want some gym clothes. Everything. Pokemon knows exactly how to cater to me. I've been looking to work out more. And then they release these leggings, these tank tops that I could be wearing while I don't work out. It's okay. If you're looking to lose some weight, if you're looking to to have to fulfill those New Year's resolutions, but you want to also sport your Pokemon style, this sounds like an ad deal. You can get these now. Moving on. Not necessarily merch per se, but the Pokemon cafes, which I always forget is like an actual thing. We have Pokemon cafes now. Remember that one that episode where I was talking about the Oreos and said that, in 200 years they would like resin like a Mew Oreo and like someone would buy it for $200 million when Pokemon becomes a mega corporation? Well, I think that we're leaning towards that more and more every day. We have Pokemon cafes. Can we talk about this? We don't have to talk about this, but there's some new Legend Arceus inspired treats. There's a Hisuian Zorua drink. It's got him on the side, and he's got it looks like his hair. How wonderful. We have Mount Coronet parfaits. Oh my god, these are adorable. Jesus Christ. So, like little bags and boxes of Pokemon cafe. Like this is what we would be eating if Pokemon was real. And we're eating it now. That's crazy to me. That we live in a world where like a something so beloved can become so large that you can go to a cafe that makes food that looks like the food that they would eat in the world. And like for something like Pokemon, something that's so big, that's insane to me. And I'm happy about it, and I'm jealous that I can't go. Moving on, the Raihan figure. I can't remember. I say the Raihan figure. I genuinely cannot remember if this is new. Was this available before? I think it was. I don't think this is new, right? Well, Raihan has a figure. if this is new, I apologize. Listen, there's a lot of Pokemon figures. There's a lot of Pokemon stuff that I talk about every week. If this is new, there's a Raihan figure, and if it's not new, the Raihan figure that was previously released it was previously teased is now available for pre-order. And it looks fantastic. We got Duraludon. He's got a phone. Again, I'm hesitant to talk about it because I genuinely can't remember if I already talked about this. So, Raihan, he's here. And you can pre-order him. Next up, Eevee skateboards. Okay, this is interesting. So, it's not necessarily anything insane, but it's like whole skateboards. Entire skateboards. Of all the evolutions, Eevee, Flareon, Espeon, Umbreon, Jolteon, Glaceon, Vaporeon, Sylveon, Leafeon. I think that's it. Skateboards. Just like whole skateboards for $250. Just like entire skateboards. Well, do you want entire skateboard? Do you want to hit the I don't know any skate lingo, the skate park and show everyone how much you like Eevee or any of the evolutions, or all of them? Just like bring 9 skateboards and swap them out every couple minutes. Like evolve your Eevee. You're riding around, showing everyone how cool you are with your Eevee skateboard, and then you put down like a prop, like blue rock on the ground, and then you're like, oh no, and you ride over it, and then you, I guess, take the other skateboard out of your backpack and swap to the Vaporeon one, and so there's something there. There's something cool you could do there. You could do that with every single one. It would cost you like almost $2,500, but would it be worth it? You tell me. And finally, this is sort of technically the that thing that I do called Plentiful Plushies, where we look at all kinds of plushies you can buy today of your favorite Pokemon. Description and name patent pending. There's only one, so I'm hesitant to call it necessarily a segment, but we usually do a segment. This time around, it's literally just GameStop plushies. Once again, GameStop has a tendency to release a lot of plushies. It's just plushies of the starter Pokemon from Legends Arceus. There's Cyndaquil, Rowlet, Oshawott. You can get them at GameStop now. They're cute. The GameStop plushies are always pretty high quality. They're not bad. They're a little more high quality than ones you could just randomly buy. Also, wow, looking in the replies or the more tweets section of all of PokeJungle's tweets, so many leaks. Stay off Twitter if you don't want to see those leaks. I just saw a leak of one of the new stuff, and I'm like, man, just stay off Twitter. Thankfully, I've only seen one at a time, never everything at once. So I've seen everything, but I've only been spoiled on a couple small things every so often. So hopefully, if you do catch something on Twitter, it's only one thing or one new Pokemon. So just if you really don't want leaks, stay safe out there. But the GameStop plushies of Oshawott. Oshawott especially looks pretty derpy, I guess, using the word derpy in the year of 2022, but there's no other word that could possibly describe this plushie. They're all pretty derpy. All the GameStop plushies are a little derpy, but that's a part of the charm, right? All right. Now that we're done with the merch and we're done with plushies, we're done with news, it's time for everyone's favorite segment where we talk about a random Pokemon every single episode. And today's Pokemon is number 228. If you want to try and guess it, like I usually do. I don't necessarily think I'd be surprised if someone got this. It's not the most out there Pokemon. I think that's enough time for you to guess. It's Houndour, the dark Pokemon. Not only in its typing, it's just literally called the dark Pokemon. Was Houndour the first dark type? It might have been. Hold on. I wonder if it was. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the first dark type. Knowing that it's called the dark Pokemon, I don't know if that's necessarily surprising. It was. Nope, I'll be honest, the first one. Well, why is it called the dark Pokemon? That's dumb. That's silly. In fact, it was like the last one. One of the last ones in Gen 2. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. Houndour is a dual-type dark fire Pokemon introduced in Generation 2. It evolves into Houndoom starting at level 24. Its abilities are Early Bird or Flash Fire or Unnerve. It's its hidden ability. And it's a 50-50 male-female ratio. It is 2 feet. There's like an asterisk here? What is that? Why is there an asterisk on there? Is that wrong? Weird. It's 2 foot exactly, or 0.6 meters, 23.8 pounds, or 10.8 kilograms. Houndour is an underrated Pokemon. Houndoom as well. I think these two are pretty underrated. They're a little basic, but then again, they're Gen 2. I like them. I wouldn't necessarily say I love them. It's like I've seen a lot of them, but not as much, I think, as you would expect from necessarily maybe from people who like these kind of Pokemon very much. It's cute. He's a little tough guy. Houndoom. I would almost say that I see more Houndour than Houndoom. Houndoom is not necessarily very touched upon. Houndour is a little bit more popular. Even then, you don't even really see it that much. So, we're dealing with a little bit of an underrated Pokemon, I would say. Let's look at some Pokedex entries. It uses different kinds of cries for communicating with others of its kind and pursuing its prey. Different kinds of cries. To corner prey, they check each other's location using barks that only they can understand. Around dawn, its ominous howl echoes through the area to announce that this is its territory. Houndour hunt in a coordinated pack. They communicate with each other using a variety of cries to corner their prey. This Pokemon's remarkable teamwork is unparalleled. Well, I didn't know that about it. It's a pack dog, obviously. It's sort of like a Doberman? Was that sort of what, it's sort of coloration is similar to Doberman, I would say. Mine is like the red and the white, like shackles. It's definitely based on like a hellhound, that's like its whole point, but it's cute. Just like a solid little guy, he's just like a little dog guy. That's it. That's like his whole thing. And we didn't get too many fire types in Gen 2 necessarily. There's things to be said about this Pokemon. It's like Houndour is like a perfect, like, okay, I kind of like this Pokemon. It's like I'm sure there's Pokemon out there whose favorite Pokemon is Houndour. I'm not questioning that or them. It's just like for me personally, it's like the perfect, like, okay, cool, Houndour exists. That's cool. I like it. But it's like, and then you immediately go back to forgetting it exists, until you eventually see it again and you're like, Houndour. Houndour can be seen as a parallel to Poochyena. Both are dark-type canine-like Pokemon. Poochyena is exclusive to Diamond and Pearl, Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon White, while Houndour is exclusive to Pokemon Pearl and Pokemon Black. Additionally, both Pokemon can be found during a swarm in White and Black, respectively. Despite being Generation 2 Pokemon, it is actually native to Kanto in Gold, Silver, and Crystal. The same is true for Murkrow and Slugma. All three can be obtained in the Johto via Safari Zone. They can be obtained in Johto via the Safari Zone in Hard Gold, Soul Silver. I didn't know that. That's interesting. It's sort of like an exclusive. I forgot about the Murkrow and Slugma thing. The only 5 games so far in which Houndour can be captured by the player before viewing the end credits are Pokemon XD, Pokemon Platinum, Pokemon X, and Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. The latter of which can be accomplished by breeding a Houndoom tamed in the Grand Underground. Interesting. Houndour is one of 14 Pokemon that can collect foreign Pokedex entries for in Diamond and Pearl. Houndour has the lowest base defense of all Fire-type Pokemon. We have a little bit of of an interesting guy here. He's got some cool trivia. He's got a parallel to Buchiana. He's got some like interesting catch trivia. He's the lowest defense of any fire type Pokemon. Interesting. He's like even in his design and like how much I remember him, he's got the perfect amount of he's got the perfect amount of basicness and the perfect amount of weirdness that like he fits the exact description that I said before. Anyway, what's his shiny look like? Ooh, okay. All right. This is going to be a big one for me, mostly because it's like one of my favorite colors of all time. Okay, I like this. I like this shiny a lot. He's blue, which like necessarily wouldn't be like that big of a thing, but his like so okay, let me paint the picture for you. Houndour, he's black. He's got red spots on him. He's got a red snout, he's got red belly, and then he's got like he's got like a gray skull and shackles on his head, you know, and his feet, his paws. And then in his shiny form, not only is his like sort of black, dark brown fur like a bright blue, but the coloration of the red on his snout and his belly sort of like a cooler cream, which aids in making his color a little bit more of like a cooler color combination. And then also the gray on his skull, the shading on it sort of gets more of a blue tone to it. So they sort of just like cooled him down. This is Ice Houndour. And I gotta say, knowing me, sorry, I just got like an ad playing on my computer and I closed everything and the ad was still playing. I have no idea what just happened. Anyway, knowing me, this is like blue gray ice type Houndour, and you guys know that I love that color combination. So this is a big one for me. I like this a lot. I'm gonna give this like an 8 out of 10. I really like this color. I really like the color scheme. How does Houndoom? I guess spoilers for the Houndoom episode. It's the exact same. So yeah, Houndoom's a little more bright blue, so I like Houndour better. I really like this design. I really like this color combination on Houndour. It looks really good. All right, so if you haven't seen the title of this episode, which I would be surprised if you didn't, or you're just sort of listening blindly, today we are talking about if you haven't seen this sort of around like the Pokemon Twitter, which again, don't look at right now. I promise. There's leaks everywhere. We're going to talk briefly. I'm not going to talk too long about it, but we're going to talk briefly about Bidoofs Big Stand, which kind of sounds like a Pokemon JoJo's Bizarre Adventure crossover, but it's not. But what it is a beautifully animated little short that came out of just absolute nowhere. And if you've seen clips of it, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't seen it, I would recommend watching it right now before you continue to listen to this episode, or just like pause it, watch it later, come back to this episode to hear me talk about it, because it's great to there's no like spoilers. Like it's a little bit of it's sort of a basic story, but it is something that I think that you should just experience no matter what. First of all, I want to say the animation style is beautiful. So this little short is on the Pokemon YouTube channel, and it's just it follows a Bidoof who at first gets sort of kicked out of his like Bidoof clan, Bidoof family, because he keeps on munching things up and causing mischief on accident. It's not his fault. He's a little doofy. He's a little Bidoofy. He's a little dumb. But he obviously just wants to do nice things for his friends. He wants to build them statues. He wants to, break apart a rock, turn it into a little rock statue. He wants to, clear the way. He wants to help chew down a tree. But he ends up like almost killing a Bidoof like 4 times on accident. So he gets banished from his clan, which, like, first of all, I have to say is a little sad. Like, he never goes back. He just gone. His Bidoof family just see ya, no coming back. But don't worry, he gets a happy ending. He looks for a berry after being sad, and he is encountered by a Starly and not just one, like a billion Starly and one Staraptor, who go after him and chase him and try to kill him. This Staraptor shoots like a hyper beam out of his mouth, his beak, and cuts down like 4 trees just to get this one Bidoof and like a single Oranberry that he took, that he just like found on the ground, which is like which is insane. And they run into a trainer with his Lucario, who the trainer beats the Staraptor. You've all seen that one gif of Staraptor on Twitter where the aura sphere goes flying past his head and then he looks surprised, because the animation is fantastic, but I'll talk about that in a second. We get like an absolutely hilarious scene when the Bidoof is sort of like standing up to walk up to the trainer after he, convinces him to let him catch him, and the music goes up and then the Bidoof just falls down on his face, flat on his face, and it made me laugh really hard. And so, it sort of takes a linear progression at this point where the trainer catches the Bidoof. He uses him to like cut down trees, to break rocks, to break apart ice. He curls up into a little ball and launches himself with the ice and comes flying back into the trainer's face. Funny, in parentheses. And then but Bidoof, he feels neglected because all he doesn't actually fight anything. He just breaks rocks and flies himself into a block of ice. He doesn't actually do any fighting. And he finds a Gengar, and he's like, I'm ready to go. And the trainer recalls him back and sends out his Lucario, which is, first of all, dumb, to send out a Lucario against a Gengar fighting. Have you ever heard of a fighting type, dummy? And then the final scene is when the trainer's fighting like a gym, like a trainer or something, and he's all out of Pokemon. That's it. It's just him. It's just Bidoof, and he's like, all right, Bidoof, there's 2 more Pokemon to beat, which is like, this reminds me so much of like the early days. That experience in Pokemon where you have like this throwaway member of your team, and you're down to the wire. The trainer's at like 1 Pokemon left at like super low HP, and you send out your like Rattata, who uses Quick Attack and beats it, or like acts as like a sack to send out another or to heal another Pokemon, and then you win. The reason why you won is because of this Bidoof, and the Bidoof beats the Golem. He beats the second to last Pokemon, and then the trainer sent out his final Pokemon, and wouldn't you know it, it's the Staraptor from before. I'm making it sound like it's bad, like sarcastically. It's genuinely really good. And he wins, he beats him. It like in a really cool fight scene, genuinely. And like, oh man, just like the story was adorable. The animation style is so good. I was talking in my Discord server about this, and it's like, if they could release an animation or like an animated series with this style, for the rest of time, I would be happy, because it's a beautiful style. It like, the music is really good. The style of the trainer is like really well done. The Pokemon look fantastic. The backgrounds look fantastic. It looks good. It looked like a good animated style, and like the humor was really well done. The music was really fitting. Just like whoever directed and like made this short should be in charge of like literally every other animated short ever from Pokemon, because it was fantastic, and I think that like everyone really liked it. like, I saw nothing but praise of like, oh, this is actually really cool and really good. So like I said, if you haven't watched it yet, please go watch it. I have plans of covering other like Pokemon shorts. There was another one like this is sort of separate from Evolutions and like something called, I think, like Poketune, something I was going to cover, and I do plan on covering eventually, but like they all sort of have different styles, but this one is like, it just sort of came out of nowhere. Obviously it's based around Sinnoh. It was sort of made to promote the release of BDSP and the eventual release of Legends Arceus, because it's all about Sinnoh right now, baby. Sinnoh's in craze, so it's all about Sinnoh. And Bidoof's a little bit of a meme anyway, so, it makes sense. But even then, it sort of just came out of nowhere, No, like, teasers, nothing. It just sort of dropped one day, and, like, everyone liked it. And that's why I think that if they're going to do something like this again, they should. Because it was really well done. I have nothing but good things to say about this. And like, I wasn't originally going to have like a topic today. I was just going to sort of do both of these segments and then end it. But I figured I would take a little bit more time and actually talk about this, just purely to praise it and to say, like, if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. It's funny. It's charming. It's cute. It's beautiful animation wise. It's really nice. And I hope we get more stuff like this in the future. Okay. I went a little crazy there. It's okay. Before we end it today, before we get into next episode, like, if you're listening to this right now, next episode, or just like in a couple days, Legends Arceus is going to be out soon. And I'm so excited about it. But we have one more thing to do before we get into the absolute craze that is Legends Arceus in a couple days. And that, of course, is everyone's favorite segment where we talk about a random move every single episode. And today's move is Max Overgrowth. Max Overgrowth is a damage-dealing grass-type max move introduced in Generation 8. So this is just the grass-type Dynamax move. We've talked about a couple Dynamax moves before, but this is just sort of this is the grass-type one. But, it does have something that it does. Max Overgrowth inflicts damage and causes the battlefield to become grassy terrain. Its power and whether it is a special or physical move depends on the move it was based on. So there's a list of moves, of all grass-type moves that can be turned into Max Overgrowth, and that is Absorb, Apple Acid, Branch Poke, Bullet Seed, Drum Beating, Energy Ball, Frenzy Plant, Giga Drain, Grass Knot, Grass Pledge, Grassy Glide, Grav Apple, Horn Leech, Leaf Blade, Leaf Storm, Leaf Tornado, Leafage, Magical Leaf, Mega Drain, Petal Blizzard, Petal Dance, Power Whip, Razor Leaf, Seed Bomb, Seed Flare, Snap Trap. Never heard of that move in my life. Solar Beam, Solar Blade, Trop Kick, Vine Whip, and Wood Hammer. And they all have base powers based on whatever move you used. And that's it. It doesn't have any trivia. It doesn't have any other effects. It doesn't even really have a description that's worth talking about. It's just any Dynamax move, any Dynamax Pokemon that can use Max Overgrowth if it knows a damaging grass-type move. Simple as that. I'm not going to talk about max moves. I've talked about max moves in the past, so that's it. It's the grass-type max move. We're going to have a couple entries in this segment that are just going to be like, just like max moves, stuff like this. So, with that, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Follow me on my social media. I talked about this before, but I will be talking about Legends Arceus probably on Twitter and my Discord server. I certainly will be. Everyone will be playing it on the first day. If you want to check out my Discord server, you can get updated on when Evocast release, or just like when I tweet in general. You can talk to me. You can talk to people that I hold dearly to my heart, like my friends and family. And yeah, join me next time for Legends Arceus. It's actually happening. Like I said, the next episode is probably going to be just like a first impressions. I'm not going to finish it in time, certainly, because it's going to be like a week and not even a week, I think. But yeah, follow me on my Twitter at Lillieceon, Lillieceon. Follow Extreme Evocast on Twitter at Extreme Evocast. And most importantly, I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!